Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a tutorial using the new Tartelette in Bloom palette. So this is the Tartelette 2. I have the original Tartelette palette. Love the packaging. They kind of kept the packaging the same. I love it. When I had first seen pictures of this one, I was like, is that similar to the Tartelette palette, the original? But the original has more maybe like cooler shades, purple shades, whereas the original definitely, though, they're different. But in, like, I guess not very clear photos. They looked similar at first, but definitely different. And then the original has maybe some more warms and maybe more of like the mauve shades. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And actually I think this one even has some shimmers in there, whereas the original one didn't. It was like all matte. I love this one. I love it. I actually got it for Christmas. I was super, super excited to use it. The pigmentation and the blendability of these colors is just as great, maybe even better in this palette than in the original. So if you guys want to see a tutorial using this palette, this is the one I filmed today. Definitely want to do a couple more. I got this for my sister actually for Christmas. I got it for her before I got it for myself. Because she's like, I want like a nice neutral palette, something that I can use for every day, but then also for going out. I was like, I think this palette is perfect. So many neutral shades, but then you have your darks here. You can kind of smoke it out. So I think I even want to film a tutorial for her. I was like, I'm going to film some tutorials for you to follow along. So maybe kind of taking this from day to night, how you can kind of transform this palette. And just, you know, especially if you're someone who just, maybe you're gonna go out after work, or if you spend your whole time at work and then you still want to go out after and you don't have time to go all the way back home, just bring this palette with you and do something like that. But if you guys want to see this tutorial, just keep on watching. Hey guys, so I've already primed my eyes with soft ochre paint pot. Then I went ahead and set that with the color Flower Child. And now with a Sigma, what is this, the E40 brush, I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Smarty Pants and I'm gonna blend that all over as my transition shade. You can even go ahead, I was torn between Smarty Pants and Sweetheart. We can go ahead with that one depending if you want more of like a neutral transition shade or if maybe you want more of a pinky mauve shade. I think both are really pretty. Now I think I'm actually going to take a little bit of that Sweetheart shade and take a Morphe M433 and I'm going to put this right into the crease. I'm going to make it a little bit more pinky, really play these like mauve tones. I'm going to kind of make sure not to put anything in the center. That's going to be our shimmery color. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade called Rebel, and I'm just taking a flat header brush just so I can kind of place it a little bit more precisely, and then I'm going to blend it out. So I'm going to place this on the outer and inner corners, but leaving that blank space open. Then you can go ahead and take a clean fluffy brush, and this is a Sigma E25 or another Morphe M433, and just blend it out. If you lose any of the pigmentation, just go ahead and add some more and blend. Don't forget to blend the second time. Then I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and I'm going to take the color Leader and I'm just going to place that a little bit more outside in the edge. Then I place the color Rebel, and the brush that I'm using, this is the Makeup Geek Outer V brush. So just taking another clean fluffy brush and just light little blending strokes and blending that black out. You don't want to blend too crazy because then it goes everywhere and that is a hot mess. And then I'm taking a makeup wipe and just running through and cleaning the edges out. You can even go in the center a little bit and kind clean up that inner edge or inner portion. And then what I like to do, you can just go straight in with the eyeshadow, but I'll take usually the NYX Jumbo pencils, but I can't find my white one, and so I'm just gonna go ahead with concealer. This kind of dries a little bit matte on me personally, so I actually like it. So just kind of dab where you kind of want to brighten up that area, and then it'll just help that eyeshadow pop even more. So it's just a center, so you just need the tiniest bit, and that can be a bit too much. But then just go in with your finger and just dab it out. And you can see it just kind of brightens that area. So the next color that I'm going to take for the center of the lid is Funny Girl, and I'm just going to take that on a MAC 242 flat shader brush, and I'm actually, well, let's see how it goes on, and we're going to add some Fix Plus just to intensify it a little bit. And to kind of blend it, I'm going to go in with that color Rebel and just kind of blend those edges out. I'm just kind of pulling it out on the inside, just so that that shimmery shade didn't cover it up, but it also blends in with it. Then you can go back in with your fluffy brush and just blend on top and then on the sides a little bit. So I've primed my face using the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. This is the Hydrating and Pore Minimizing Face Primer. Then for my foundation, I'm going to use the Cover FX Natural Finish Oil Free Foundation. I'm going to mix it a little bit with the Sonia Kashuk Face Oil, just to kind of sheer it out a little bit, and just kind of mix that in the back of my hand. And then we're just going to go in. Today I'm going to use a beauty blender for that little extra nugget right there. And I did a review and demo using this foundation in case you're curious. I'll link that down below. I'm going to go ahead and take the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector and correct underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to take a Real Techniques kind of like synthetic brush and just blend this under there. Then since I'm actually going to go out, let's go all out. I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Duo. This is a new product. Currently testing it out. I'll be doing a review on this. And I also have the Contour and Highlight Palette, which is more of a cream. So this is maybe say like a concealer type consistency. So we'll see how we like these products. And then that's where I wanted to color correct, so I can just use this highlighting one underneath my eyes. And they have a lot of shades of these. I got mine in the shade Almond and Light. So Almond is the contouring shade, and then the Light is the highlighting shade. I feel like I could have even gone a shade down, but let's see how this works. I think I like this. Then to blend out the contour, I'm going to use my Morphe M436 brush and spritz a little bit of MAC Fix Plus just to help everything glide down together. You can definitely just go in with your beauty blender. I like using this first, and then we're just going to pick it up. Cream, liquid, contour, and highlighting can be a little scary, but just go with it. For the cheek mark, that's why I like to kind of blend out the highlight first, because then with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to go in and blend out the rest of the face. So that this way you're not putting brown on and then on top of that lighter shade. And then it looks so much better. To set underneath the eyes, I'm going to use a Lorac Pro Contour Palette. And I'm going to take that beige highlight and just set underneath my eye. And I'm just going to press that in. And you can even, if you waited a while, go back on the Beauty Blender and blend that out first. To set the rest of my face, just very light powder, I'm going to take the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural and a dual fiber brush just to lightly set the face and that contour sculpting shade. I'm just patting it on. To kind of set that cream contour shade, I'm going to go back into the Lorac Pro Contour Palette and I'm going to take the light contour and just sometimes I dab in to the medium contour, but you can tell I've been loving this palette. Definitely hitting pan. Sometimes what I like to do to give it a more sharp definition is go in with this kind of like a flat shader brush from Shwing and take that medium color, and just be careful because this is pretty pigmented, and then just go right into the cheekbones, but also blending it up. So I like to kind of place and then go in. And you can like brush it up a little bit, never brush down. To kind of lift. You can brush up. And then I'm going to go back in with this more blendable brush and then just blend that out just so we don't have a harsh line, but a little bit more added definition. And say you were messy in a rush or something, I'm just can be messy in general, I'm sometimes rushing, just to kind of clean up the contour, I'll just go back into that yellow highlight. You can use a loose powder, but I find this just as well, and same brush used to set your under eyes, and then just go back in underneath and then just kind of clean it up. Or you can even do this with your regular face powder and then go in with your dual fiber brush and just blend everything out, just so it's even more blended. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Tarte blush in the color Exposed. Just kind of want to keep it more the pinky mauve side like the eyes. Just haven't used this blush in a while, but I really wanted to reach for the MAC Blush Baby. Love that one, beautiful mauve tone blush, but let's mix it up. So I went ahead and added my brows off camera because that takes forever, but I can do an updated brow routine if you guys want to see. But today I used the NYX Microbrow Pencil. I've been switching off between that one and the new L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I have a review on that one. Just been switching just because, you know, be fair. And then I lined my eyes with the Balm Shwing liner. This is a great, one of my favorite liquid liners. It dries matte, so I love that. And honestly, the Balm is always on sale on Outlook. Every like 3 or 4 months it comes out for 50% off, or the Balm has flash sales for 50% off. So I'll say if you want to try that one, just wait for it to get 50% off, and you can get it for like $12. Then I added my Ardell Demi Wispy lashes just so you can still kind of see the eyeshadow underneath. To finish up the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take that Rebel shade with a pencil brush and just run that underneath my lower lash line. And then I kind of want to talk throughout this. I don't make any weird faces. I think that's like the hardest part, not to make the weird faces while you're adding. Or at least when I do this weird thing with my mouth, or like, I don't know, it's weird. So I'm just going to run that, and you can just leave that, but I'm just going to go ahead and then take a flat shader brush and go in with the color Leader. I'm going to take a flat shader brush just like this and dip it into the color Leader, and just on the outer edges of my eyes. Actually, no, we're going to take that in the outer and inner, just kind of like the top, just kind of mimicking what we got going on there. And then I'm going to take that shade Funny Girl and just place that right in the center. See if we can add a little bit of pop. And I just went ahead and lined my inner waterline with the L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Kohl Pencil. I love that. If you're a contact wear user, go ahead and use this. It does not smudge on my contact. For highlight, I'm going to go ahead and take the Becca Opal highlight, and I'm just going to place that on the tops of my cheekbones. since this highlights kind of reminds me a little bit of that center shade. It's not too warm, a little bit neutral-ish, more of like a, not silver, but it's not, golds can be, I don't know. I just want to use this one. And I'm going to go ahead and take that and place it on the inner corner of my eyes. For my lips, I'm going to go ahead and line them with NYX Mauve Lip Liner. P.S. I set my face with Max Fix Plus. It just brings everything together, gives me the nice glow that I like. Not everybody's a fan of that, but it just makes the powder look less like powder. Just FYI, comb my hair, change my shirt. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is a new color. They came out with a couple new colors, and honestly I feel like the formula is a little bit better. Like, I liked the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams before, but this doesn't feel really drying or drying at all after it kind of sets matte. This is in the color Rome. I love this color. Such a beautiful shade. And if you wanted a color a little bit deeper than this, they also came out with Budapest. Budapest is beautiful as well. And that is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.